Hi, I'm Riff is a Barney special from 2008, and I have to say, I didn't personally much care for this one. I'm not the biggest fan of Riff as a character, and also I watch Barney for the nostalgia, and Riff isn't a character I remember from my childhood at all. I think he was introduced once I was past the Barney age, so for me, there's not really a lot about this that spoke to me. There are a couple of good songs, I'll give some examples in a moment, and I think it has a decent enough theme about Riff making an effort to try and make some new friends. He wants to start this club. I feel like this special's not in the right time though, because Riff's been in quite a few specials, and I assume Barney and Friends episodes before this. So it feels a bit weird that he'd be trying to make friends after he's been in quite a few specials and has made friends. So the timing's a bit off. But as a special, it's okay. It's all about Riff, and it's a way to get to know Riff. And there was some good information about ducks and some cute footage of ducks, which I hadn't expected. But for me personally, there's just no nostalgia here with Riff, and that's not the special's fault. That's just me being older than I perhaps sometimes think I am. And I just didn't care for it very much at all. So I think it will depend entirely on your opinion on Riff. If you're a Riff fan, I think absolutely you'll enjoy this. But if, like me, you grew up before Riff came along, or indeed if you don't like Riff, then I'm gonna say this is not one that you're gonna get on with. The idea of making an effort, making new friends, having clubs, that's always something that's great to encourage in children. As long as they don't, get nasty with it and start to exclude people and do challenges, orientation challenges and things, they can get quite nasty. But as long as it's a very inclusive club and, makes children feel like they're part of something, then it's really good that it encourages that. And as I said, there are some good opportunities to learn about ducks, which I rather thought was adorable. So the songs, there were some songs in this that I did like that were very nostalgic for me. So some examples, it's a fun sunny day. There's the Baby Bop Hop, which I don't love, but it is nostalgic. Um, there are a couple of other songs as well, but I think those were most of the main ones. There were a few songs that I didn't know, that I hadn't heard of before, so they definitely weren't nostalgic for me. Needless to say, this is the first Barney special where I wasn't taken back to my childhood. Up until this point, even if the episode or the special aired originally after my time, there were songs and the style of it were still very reminiscent of my childhood. Unfortunately, not the case with Hi, I'm Riff, but that's okay. I'm not a big fan of Riff as a character anyway, but maybe if I had that nostalgic connection, I'd feel differently. Feel free to let me know what you think of Riff. I like the idea of encouraging children to start, friendship clubs and to celebrate being friends. And I like the ducks. But other than that, this special didn't really speak to me.